Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Today I want to talk to you about this, which is a solar-powered 24 LED motion sensor light. I'm going to give you some of the specs and the details on the light, and then we're going to actually set these up outside in my yard on my shed. And I've got some of these actually on the side of my yard for when you come into the side yard, so that there's light if you're coming in the backyard, and also just for security purposes. So if a light comes on in the middle of the night, I'm like, what the heck is going on out there? I can see who's walking around or what is walking around. These ones are going to go up by the shed in case A, somebody wants to get into my shed when they shouldn't be there at night, and then B, if I need to go out to the shed at night, now I've got some light to kind of see in the yard and just kind of in the general area of the shed. So let me give you some of those details. We'll set them up and we'll show you what they look like in use. So as far as your size, you're looking at about 6 inches by 4 inches. The angle, as far as this is your motion sensor, is about 120 degrees, so it's not a straight 180, but it is quite wide. They don't tell you what the actual lumen output is, but it is, I'll tell you, I've tested it at night and it's notably bright. I'm definitely able to see. I put it up in the front of my house, the side of my house. You can see quite well with one of these, and I've got 2, so I'm going to set one up over each window, as I'll show you in a little bit. On the back here, you can see we've got a switch. Now I've got it turned off now. There's basically 3 different settings. The first setting is that when it gets dark at night, it's going to come on at a medium brightness. That's going to run for about 4 to 6 hours if you have 7 to 8 hours of charging in the solar panel there. So that's setting number 1, comes on at medium, stays on for 4 to 6 hours. The second setting is that when it goes dark at nighttime, it's going to come on at dim, and then when there's motion, it's going to go up to a brighter level. After the motion stops, it'll drop back down to the dim level. The third option is that it's going to be off, and then when you come out, it's going to come on at a pretty significant brightness. I would say medium to moving toward high brightness. And as long as there's motion, it'll stay on, and then once the motion is gone, it'll go off. The ones I have on the side of my house right now by the gate are set on to that third type of setting. So when you walk up, the light comes on, and then once you're by it, the light goes back off. I just don't need light burning all the time. I may set these up as the dim option though. We'll see how it goes. I'll show you what all 3 of those options look like, and we'll show you what actually, how it functions in the nighttime.
Alright guys, I'm outside now, and I've got to show you this video in this fashion without actually mounting the lights up, because if you can see back here, it's kind of like a hook or a little loop that you would put like hang something up at the store, like on one of the the racks. So basically once I put the screw through there, I'm not going to be able to take this down and show you what it looks like. So what I'm showing you now is what it's like when it's in the first setting. So that's on when it's dark outside, period, and it'll stay lit as long as it has power, and again for a full charge of 7 to 8 hours. This will last 4 to 6 hours at this level of light. So this is completely on when the sun goes down. That's option number 1. For option number 2, I've stepped away from the lights, and it's got probably about 12 of the LEDs lit, and then when it goes up to the higher level, once it senses my motion, it's going to give all 24 of the lights power. So again, this is kind of dim, and then when it senses motion, it'll go up. So let me walk over here. So you saw obviously that goes up to the higher level, and that's option number 2. Okay, now we have the light set on the 3rd setting, and so as soon as I walk over and it senses my motion, it's going to go onto its highest output option. So those are the 3 different settings. Now we'll go and actually show you what it looks like to mount it up on my shed outside. Alright guys, this is my shed behind us, and I'm going to mount this guy up basically over the window right there. And then I'll do that on both sides, and then I'll pull the camera back so you can see what that actually looks like. And they are set on basically the 3rd setting, so no light until motion sets them off, and then they will come on at the brightest setting. This screw that I have is a bit of overkill. It's just too big, but the head is a nice size, so it'll make it easier to get out if I need to remove these. But let me just show this to you, how easy it is to mount these up. That's it. So that's what it looks like with the lights all mounted up. And next thing we'll do is actually test them out at night as I walk out to the shed. I'm in the backyard now. It's about 9:30 and I'm walking over to the shed. We'll see what the lights look like when they come on here. I'm about probably 30 feet away. Oh, there you go, there's one. And there's the other one. So that's what they look like. I'm probably about 10 feet away from the shed. Let me back up so you can see what it looks like. So that's what the lights look like. Back up even more here so you can see the yard a little bit. These are gonna go off soon, but they give me some really good light out here. Absolutely, yeah, I can see the majority of the yard actually right now. Not amazing, but much better than with no light, obviously. Let me step up again. I'm going to set up the camera and show you what it looks like now as I walk up. Alright guys, you've seen the lights in use, and to purchase them there's links down below in that description section. 20 bucks for one, 40 bucks for two. I'm sitting outside at night. It's about probably 10:35 or so at night, and I'm kind of doing that just symbolically to get us to think about lighting, you know, awareness when people or things are around your house. I mean, for me, I live in New Hampshire, so there's skunks and foxes and raccoon, deer, stuff like that. So just to know what's out and about, especially if it's a skunk or something like that, because I don't want to run into that creature at night. Good to have lighting in the yard or, you know, around the house. Additionally, you know, like I said, I've got these types of lights on the side of my house, so if someone tries to get in through the back gate and tries to sneak in the back door, it's going to light up the whole side yard. And now I've got it out by my shed, so if anybody ever tries to get to the shed and take anything, well, now I've got something lighting up the entire yard, which for me, I'm a light sleeper, so if light comes on in the backyard, I'm going to be like, what the heck is going on out there? So yeah, you know, just want to get us thinking about what are ways we could add another layer of protection to our home, protecting our family, protecting ourselves, our loved ones. Yeah, you know, and getting some lighting around the house for relatively cheap, solar power. You don't have to be swapping out batteries all the time. This could be a good option for you. So I want to encourage you to check it out. Thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.